They're back! It's the newest album from punk rock outfit, emo rock outfit, pop punk rock, post-hardcore rock outfit, Billy Talent. Afraid of Heights is, an album by Billy Talent. Just came out very recently. My experience with Billy Talent has been very positive. I did know them years ago. I knew songs like Viking Death March and Rusted from the Rain, but I hadn't quite delved into the discography until last year, where a friend of mine, Adramation Productions, who is a huge fan of Billy Talent by the way, kind of led me to expose myself to more of Billy Talent's music. And this led me to discover what is now an album that I am extremely fond of, Billy Talent 2. This album in particular features some of Billy Talent's punchiest, catchiest hooks. Benjamin Coel's... That's embarrassing. Frontman Benjamin's very nutty and almost yelled vocals. It's kind of an acquired taste, but it's one that when I first listened to it, I actually found very endearing, kind of refreshing, kind of teeters on the edge between yelling and singing. Not only that, but Billy Talent's music on this album was extremely emotionally potent. You would listen to a song like Pins and Needles or Surrender, and you would find yourself carried away in the story or troubles that Billy Talent had written for you to listen to on those tracks. And across the discography they would also make things very political. So this new album, Afraid of Heights, was kind of anticipated by me when I heard that the band were releasing an album this year. And after listening to it, Afraid of Heights kind of teeters on the edge between Billy Talent characteristics which make the music in the field of pop punk and punk rock unique. It teeters on the edge between that and just some really flavourless punk rock tunes. I'm not saying that this album completely lacks character, but a huge chunk of it kind of does. Take the song Louder Than the DJ for example. This track, extremely repetitive. It seemed like they were trying to just kind of water things down for a radio-friendly experience, which makes sense. The song is kind of trying to bring energy and popularity back to that genre of rock. Ironically, it does so with a hook that is so repetitive, grating on the ears, and kind of likely to turn you off from the genre in general. Although there are significant exceptions on this album, like the track Rabbit Down a Hole, which has a whole load of different sections to that track that will keep it interesting to listen to. Or you've got the track Ghost Ship of Cannibal Rats, which is, Billy Talent just doing what they do best, delivering some sharp lyrics, a sharp hook, and just a really awesome, energetic instrumental. The title track, Afraid of Heights, I wasn't so fond of it at first, but over time it really grew on me. I love the progressive riff at the beginning, and the chorus as well. It got a nice melody to it, it's also very catchy, and just some really memorable lyrics to go with it. You've got the song The Crutch, which has a lot of energy, but unsettlingly sounded like the Muse song Reapers, which came out last year. But I won't hold my grudge on that point too much, because I know that occasionally you'll get songs that coincidentally sound like other songs. These things happen unintentionally from time to time, and for me to kind of hold a grudge on that point for so much that I say, no, I don't like the song, would kind of be a little bit uncalled for. The song Time Bomb Ticking Away, very urgent track, very fast-paced, brings up that sense of danger which you'd associate with a time bomb ticking away, but I just wish that hook was a little bit less repetitive and there was a lot more variety to the lyrics on that hook to give it a lot more punch. The song Horses and Chariots has a very fitting rhythm to it, kind of a galloping rhythm which you'd associate with horses and chariots. And aside from those tracks, that's really all I can find myself invested in over the course of this album. You've got some hit or miss tracks, and then you've got a whole bunch of them which are just not memorable. They just don't stand out at all. Overall, the album feels like, yes, it's Billy Talent doing what they do, but there's just not enough stuff here that feels punchy, that feels like it's emotionally grabbing, or just, at the very least, interesting. The album doesn't even end on a satisfying note. It ends on a reprise of Afraid of Heights, which, I'm all for that. But it's just the way it ends. It doesn't end on a punchy, cherry on top note. It doesn't end in a satisfying or fulfilling way. It just kind of fades out. it makes the album feel unfinished. Now, I'm not saying the album is unfinished, but I'm trying to say that the album just doesn't feel like it has a proper ending. Not that the majority of this album felt satisfying in the first place, but you could have at least had that sort of satisfying ending. I think Afraid of Heights, is a bit of an underwhelming album. So personally, I'm feeling a 5 out of 10 on this album.